Hey guys, welcome to the Artisan channel. And if you remember my first mod on this channel, it is the PlayStation Portable 2000, and I made it clear and also fixed it and renovated it completely, and it works properly now and it looks astonishing. I keep it as a display piece on my desk all the time. If you see my other videos, you probably have seen this already. And after that, I just got addicted to that, and I made a clear Nintendo Game Boy. It was yellow and very old and disgusting, but now I added a LCD display to it, which I made myself, by the way, and I also added a rechargeable battery to it. So that was a nice mod and nice to remember and look back to. But now today we got a younger brother coming in. This is my Nintendo Switch LITE clear model. Yeah, the case is awesome. I got it from Amazon for $35, and yeah, it is a very high quality case. As you can see, the screws were going in very smoothly. Everything was good about the case. The buttons work fine. Everything is working fine. By the way, these black buttons, you cannot buy them. They don't come included in that. I just made these myself using casting resin. Yeah, that's a lot of labor, and I'm not going to include that in this video because I did it off camera. You can also get colored buttons with it, kind of the red, green, yellow, and blue scheme, but I didn't go for that one because I just had these black ones and they were a lot better. Now, when you move to the back of the Nintendo Switch, you can see that you can see through the casing and see the PCBs on the side, but there is a big shield over here. This is for thermal reasons, and you should not remove this. It looks nice if you did, but it's not worth it. So I just went with this. And it is a glossy plastic, so it will smudge and stuff like that. But for the rest, this case is awesome, astonishing, and it just looks great. The screen protector is actually black on the sides to cover the yellow bezels of my yellow Nintendo Switch. Yeah, you can see some yellow through there, but it is covered up quite well. This is just a screen protector. Underneath there is completely yellow, and it will look better on a gray Switch than on a yellow Switch, but if you have this screen protector, you should be fine, and you should apply it properly, otherwise you're screwed. So just let's get into the process of doing this and see if it's worth it or not for yourself, because it wasn't that difficult in my opinion compared to other mods, but it wasn't that easy as well because of course you're putting your Switch on the line and you might end up messing something up, and you don't want that to happen. So if you have good technical skills, you can just check along and see if this is worth it for you or not, and then we'll be back. Of course, you're going to need your Switch, the case, and 2 screwdrivers, one tri-wing and one Phillips head screwdriver. And after that, we're going to start to screw off the tri-wing screws from the back of the Switch and the Phillips screws from the sides of the Switch. Now, this is not a tutorial, so if you want to have a tutorial, I can link one in the description down below. But this is just for you to determine if you want to do this or not and to see how easy it is. Now remove the back of the Switch and uncover the insides. After that, we remove the L and R buttons by removing the screws. And then we start off removing the screws for the metal back casing. And as easy as that, it comes off. After that, we're going to remove the heatsink. Of course, the thermal paste, you're going to have to be very careful not to waste that. After that, we're going to remove the cartridge slot and the audio jack. It's fastened with a lot of screws. Pop off the ribbon cable and remove the cartridge slot and the audio jack. After that, we're going to unfasten the screws of the ventilation and remove the fan ribbon cable. Now we're going to work on removing and loosening up the right side of the PCB by removing all the ribbon cables and unscrewing all the screws. There are a lot of ribbon cables and antenna wires that you need to take care of, and as easy as that, it comes off. After that, you need to remove all the buttons and the button contact pads. Don't forget the analog stick. You need to remove that one as well. And now let's move over to the left side of the PCB and remove all the ribbon cables. Get the speaker out of the way and unscrew everything and loosen the right side of the PCB off. Last screw, and it comes off. Now we need to remove the D-pad, and we also need to remove the analog stick. After that, we'll unfasten the antennas that are attached to the battery casing, the gray one and the black one. Now let's move on and remove the screws for the back casing, which protects the LCD display. And like that, it comes off. You have to be very careful because right now we're getting into the LCD part. I removed the LCD screen using a heat gun at 150 degrees. It came off quite easily after that. Now let's just replace it and put it back into the new shell. This part here is important because it can ruin your switch if you do it wrong and without the proper heat. Now we put back the back on the LCD display. For the rest, it's not very important to go through the assembly part because this is not a tutorial. And yeah, the process is pretty much done. We're going to put on the new screen protector because we want to get rid of the yellow part. Remove the old screen protector and put the new one in place. Put it solidly. And wipe off the screen. So, and that about concludes this build. It was really fun to do, but still kind of needs some guts to do that. So now that you've seen the video, you can determine whether you want to do this for yourself or not and whether it's worth it or not. The case link is in the description down below in case you want to check it out. It was a fun mod to do. Still, you have to put your switch on the line and you have to think about that very carefully. I hope this video was very helpful to you guys and you made up your mind or you had fun watching it. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.